All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that, let's be honest, sounds like a total punchline, but it might just be the future of tech. We're talking about Elon Musk's new company, Macrohard.
So you've probably heard the name floating around, and I bet your first thought was the same as mine. Macrohard? Come on, that has to be a joke, right? Just another one of Elon's provocative tweets and that's it?
Well, here's the crazy part. It's not a joke. This is really happening. Macrohard is a real, honest-to-goodness company, and its goal? It's to take on the entire software industry as we know it.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's separate the hype from what's actually going on, because believe me, the reality is way more interesting than the name.
So what is Macrohard really? Well, it's a new venture under Musk's XAI company, and the premise is, it's simple, but it's also completely radical. The idea is to use teams of AI agents to do the jobs of human engineers. And I'm not talking about just some tasks. We're talking about replicating every single thing a giant like Microsoft does.
And look, this isn't just some concept floating around on X. The groundwork is already being laid. Seriously, they filed a trademark, they've registered the company, and here's the kind of ironic part. They're actually hiring human engineers right now. But their job isn't to build the software, it's to build and supervise the AI that's going to build the software.
This is where things get really wild. It's the sheer, just mind-boggling scale of what they're trying to do.
And this comparison really puts it into perspective. You've got Microsoft, right? Over 220,000 human employees. Then you have the Macrohard vision, a tiny team of humans overseeing what's basically an infinite army of AI agents. An army that works 24/7, with no breaks, no vacations, nothing. So, the big question is, how is this all supposed to work in the real world? Like, what does it actually do?
The plan is to have specialized AI agents handle literally the entire software lifecycle. And listen, we're not just talking about a little coding assistant here. We're talking about an AI that takes an idea from the very first concept all the way to writing the code, finding the bugs, managing the whole project, and even designing the interface and the marketing, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and Musk is not exactly being subtle about who he's going after. The company's unofficial motto, it's a direct and pretty cheeky shot at the biggest tech giant out there.
The business model is also completely different, and this is super interesting. You're not going to buy a piece of software like Microsoft Office. Instead, you'd basically hire a team of AI agents. You could hire a coding team, a video production team, an automation team, and they'd all work together for you.
Okay, but after all that incredible, world-changing potential, we have to pull back for a second and get a reality check.
So, on the one hand, the potential upside here is just staggering. I mean, analysts are saying this could cut development costs by more than 70%. Just let that sink in for a minute. The efficiency gains would, completely transformative.
But then you flip the coin, and the risks are just as massive. These AI agents can still make, spectacular company-killing mistakes. There's that one famous case you've probably heard about where an AI agent accidentally wiped out a company's entire production database. Gone. One slip-up and the whole business is just gone. It's a pretty chilling reminder of what we're dealing with here.
So here's the thing. When you look past the hype, you see some major hurdles. Number one, reliability. It's not there yet. Number two, complexity. Even Bill Gates himself has said that coding is just so incredibly complex, maybe too complex to ever be fully automated. And then you've got the Elon factor. Can he really pull this off while he's also running Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and X? That's a real question. So why should you care about any of this? How does it affect your job or even just your day-to-day life? Well, the potential impact is, frankly, enormous. You can really see two completely different futures branching out from here. On one side, you have the promise. A world with faster innovation, cheaper software. Imagine your favorite apps getting new features every single week. But then there's the other side, the peril. Massive job losses for software engineers, and some really deep, scary questions about trust and safety when you let an AI make these kinds of huge decisions on its own.
And this really gets to the core of it all. If this actually works, the very idea of what it means to work in tech would completely change. Your job wouldn't be about writing code anymore. It would be about supervising the AI that writes the code. That's a huge shift in identity, right? You go from being the creator to being the manager of the creator.
Okay, let's wrap this up. What's the verdict on Macrohard? Is it a revolution in the making, or is it just a lot of hype?
So when you actually stack up the hype against the reality, things become a lot clearer. Yeah, the promises are absolutely massive, but the reality? This is a super long-term, incredibly high-risk project. It's not some overnight revolution that's going to take down Microsoft by next Tuesday.
But let's be crystal clear about one thing. This is way more than a joke. It's not just a publicity stunt. There is serious money, serious infrastructure, and some of the most powerful AI on the planet being poured into this vision.
And at the end of the day, whether Macrohard actually succeeds or if it just fizzles out, maybe its biggest contribution is that it's forcing us all to have a conversation we really need to have, a conversation about the future of AI and the future of work.
So that leaves us with the one big, crucial question. Is this a real glimpse into the future, the way all software is going to be made from now on? Or is this just another overhyped tech project, maybe the biggest one we've ever seen? The answer to that question could really define the next decade of tech.